Okay guys, so we've got the YouTube views tool built into Serpattack. I want to show you just basically how we can use this. I will get into strategy stuff after a few days after we've tested it, but I've got some good ideas and I've been doing some research on it over the past few days as well, and seeing what's working for other people, so that can give us a head start, but I'll need a few days to put that together. Okay, so first of all, you can see that we can create a campaign just normally. If I go into my edit project, and here we can put in whatever name we want for the project name, and that's what we'll show on the desktop tool. Okay, so it's easy for you to recognize as well while you're watching your desktop tool doing the viewing. Okay, so the web app is where we create the campaigns if you're not familiar with Serpattack, and the desktop tool is where we do crowdsourced video views. Okay, so what we're going to do here is crowdsourced YouTube Shorts views. Okay, this is the first of its kind as far as I know. So you're going to take the URL for the video, okay, and here you can see the project type. Now we have got Shorts player videos in here. Okay, Shorts player videos, and you can increase the number whatever you choose to put in here. Now in the options you can see that we can choose to play end screen videos. That can give us a strategy that we can use. For example, we could have a short video about a longer video, or a short video that is sort of an introduction to an affiliate offer, or it's an introduction to a webinar replay or anything like that. Okay, you can set the retention rate. Now here's the thing with this: if your short video is under 30 seconds, you need 100%. Okay, if it's over 30 seconds, you want minimum 80%. Okay, I'm just going to keep this at 100%. I don't want anything less for a short. Okay, we can add delay in between views, etc., and the playback speed we can make faster as well. We can make it 1.5 times. Okay, that should help us to get through those campaigns very quickly, but it's entirely up to you whether you want to do that or not. You can just leave it 1x speed because it's not so long. That can put a little bit more of a delay between the views as well. So all we do then is we click on the save button in here, and then we're going to fire up the desktop software. Now when you fire up the desktop software, if you're not familiar with it, you might see something like this. You can see that I've got Avast here, and Avast is very good, and I'm going to show you why in a second, because it helps us identify any quarantined files and we can restore them very quickly without having to do any research on Google search or anything like that. So you can see here, it's basically moved the Serpattack exe to quarantine because it's infected with idp.generic. It's not infected at all, it's just what they've done to protect your computer, but there's nothing there. It's a false positive. Okay, so what we can do is we can click here and open quarantine. When we open quarantine, you can see the threat name here, IDP generic. So I'm just going to click on the three dots over here, restore and add exception. Okay, now that that's been done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close that off, and I'm going to open Serpattack one more time. What we have now, what we need to check on now is to make sure the proxies are working, first of all. So we'll check on that first. And you can see the proxies are working. Right now, when we come over here, you want to make sure you've got scheduled tasks enabled. It's very important that we got scheduled tasks enabled. Nothing is showing up here. If that happens, come back into your web app. Okay, you'll probably find that the project has been paused. If there's been a problem, it looks like Serpattack is just pausing the problem, because I had this discussion with my developer just about an hour ago, and he told me to go and check if it's paused or not, and indeed it is paused. Okay, so these two I'm going to restart. Okay, and just start the project again. To get there, you go to your projects, you go and find your project. You click on that, you click on the view, and then when you're in the view you can see the paused project. Also what you can do in here is you can go onto reports as well. I'll just open this in a new window so that you can see any errors that are popping up, whether it's capture problems or connection problems, etc, etc. It will tell you what the problem is if it's not doing some views most of the time, but just come and check that your project hasn't been automatically paused. Right now, so this is opened up again, and you can see I've got three threads for my own videos in here at the moment. Now what I normally do is I'll make my own threads, my own projects to one thread, and I will do 3 threads for group projects. What's the benefit in that? Well, it means that I'm not doing all the views from my own IP. Okay, if you want to do the views from your own IP, then that's going to be the same IPs that's being used again and again and again. Minimize it and we can use the crowdsource of the group project. Hope that makes sense. The more people in the group that is doing the views, that's more IPs that are watching your video, and you can do likewise for them. So if you do that, then you can make sure that you are getting as many IPs viewing your videos as possible. And for the personal projects, for this situation, because I'm testing, I've got it as 3, but I will reverse that when I know the software is working fine. This is the first time. So you can see now it's working, okay? We are now able to do YouTube Shorts. We can do bulk views, but we cannot do CTR views. The reason we cannot do CTR views is because when we do the CTR search part for the search engine, it throws up some random results, okay? So I took it out, and we will come back to it if they ever do an API for the YouTube, okay? But you can see this is quick, it's fast, it's easy, and it's going to do all those views very, very fast. So what I want to do next is come back in here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to minimize the personal projects, and I'm going to increase the threads for the group projects. Now, okay, back into the tool again, just making sure everything is working okay. Remember, if you don't see your shots showing here, then go and check in the web app, okay, because it might have paused. If there's been some kind of a situation where there's been a problem with proxies or something, it might pause it. I need to get my coder to look at that to make sure it's not doing it too much. It's kind of a safety thing he's built in there, I think, but I want to make sure it's not going to hold us back. But anyway, we have got YouTube Shorts player working within Serpattack. That means we can do bulk views on your shorts. We can crowdsource bulk views on your YouTube Shorts. Powerful stuff, okay? Now keep an eye out for more videos for strategy, okay? I will do some strategy videos over the next few days. I will be doing some testing as well, so that we can find out the best things, the best practices for using this, and we will do some testing, etc. as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you're excited about this as much as I am, because I know that this is a major addition to Serpattack. This is a major feature, and this is something I don't believe anybody else has got, and we are right in there able to do some really cool strategy stuff that I will share in the Serpattack Skype group for the customers. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.